this is Patricia with Patricia's Crafting Corner. I like to start today off with our daily scripture instead of daily uh, prayer. It has become more evident to me that these are not prayers, they're just Bible scriptures. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. John 14 and 1. Now, with that, I'd like to get started on today's project. I am starting on my Black History Month um, projects, and I'd like to incorporate Valentine's Day with it because I will be doing Black women in history. What I have today is some beads. They were once necklaces that I purchased at Dollar Tree. And what I did was just take a pair of scissors and clip the beads off of the string to turn them into just little charms. I'll be using my Paduo epoxy resin, and I have 6 ounces. 6 ounces measured and poured, and it is just sitting now to degas. And I'd like to start it off with spraying my mold first with alcohol. And as I go along, I'll explain to you what I am doing. Basically, it's just same type of situation as far as pouring out the resin. I will be incorporating pictures into the mold. And this is a little bit too much alcohol, so I will pour some out now. And what I'm going to do is start first placing my little charm hearts around the edge of the mold. And I've printed out pictures of 3 Black women that 2 I am familiar with, and then 1 is new to me because, there's something new every day, and we just never know who has made that list of famous Black women or famous women, but we're focusing on the famous Black women for February. I have the photos printed out, their names included, and then I have the title of the tray, which is Black Women in History. Now, I'm not too worried about the beads being all the way down in the little crevice here, or crease, is whatever you want to call it. I just basically want them in the mold to be covered by resin. And you see, this time I did not put them in the resin first because I wanted to just let them soak in the resin, and then we will go about degassing it with alcohol and with our cigarette lighter that we have. Well, it's not actually a lighter, it's a torch. I will start it off by pouring a layer of our resin into the little crease. I'd like to thank all of my subscribers, everyone that watches my videos, of course. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for everything that you've done so far. And just by supporting me with my channel. I want to pour just a little bit more to coat the top of the layer here, because what I will be doing is just lightly placing my photos. I was kind of almost tempted to make this into a light, but then again, I don't know what will the end results be at this point. I just wanted to get started off with putting everything in place first, and maybe before everything is cured, I will have decided how I will go about finishing off the project. I pray that everyone is in good health, and everyone that is going through will be recovered soon, whatever the situation is. I pray God's speedy recovery. Now, I see a little bit of red coming off of the beads here, but that's not going to hurt a thing. I'll spray it again with alcohol. Try to break up those little fine bubbles, air bubbles at least. And as you see, I have my curing machine, the bottom on here, because I will be putting this in the curing machine. Now, I'm going to give that a few minutes just to let the resin, the air bubbles in the resin, come up to the surface. I see little strings over in the corner here. I won't hit it with any heat at this point because I still have the alcohol freshly squirted on, and I don't want to have a fire torch going off here. Those look like little teeny pinhole bubbles. I'll let it sit for a few more minutes, and then I will start using my lighter. Give some of that alcohol time to dissolve into the resin. I hope you can hear me okay. I have been checking my mic constantly since the last video that I did that was awfully low, because that is kind of nerve-wracking when you're trying to hear and you can't hear because of the volume. Now let's see. I see just one more. So I'm going to attempt to go in here with the lighter. Hopefully. See, that's what I'm talking about. Not enough of the alcohol had dissipated, but at least with that one good blow, it was able to be blown out. No major incidents. And now you see why you should be extremely careful when you're using alcohol and resin and torch. This is not the first time I had that happen to me. That's why I knew to quickly respond to it and to get it out as fast as possible, because things like that happen. So I just praise God that nothing else happened to a point where any catastrophes were and all catastrophes were averted. Okay, now let's move on. I will be placing my wording down into the mold, and I'm turning it over and pushing it down, and I mirrored it so that when I demold it, that top portion, which is the bottom, will have the words upright. Okay, our first female is Misty Copeland. She's a ballet dancer, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her, but she's a young lady who has excelled in ballet. She was one of the first Black women to have been the principal ballet dancer in the American Ballet Theater. And let's see how that's working out. I want to make sure Miss Misty has no air bubbles underneath, in which I see I do. And a little more alcohol. And by all means, I suggest that you go online and do your own research on some of these gals. Well, some of them, I know you're going to know the next one, and that's Miss Maya Angelou, actually Dr. Maya Angelou. She's an author, a poet, and an activist. I don't want them to be just straight up and down. I want to give them some room to just have a little breath in between them, not so uniformed. I love Maya Angelou. I started reading her books when I was in grade school, and my favorite is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. I grew up reading that book. That's been one of my most favorite books. And I try to read as often as possible. I just love to learn different things. And I don't just focused on history. I love novels. I nonfiction, fiction. I just love to read. And that's something that I've passed on to my children over the years. Okay. And the last one is a young lady that is definitely new to me, and her name is Vernice Amour. And Miss Vernice is the first Black pilot. She's in the military, or at least she was. And she was, and still is, a very prominent woman, which I am going to do some more reading up on her. I did print out her information so that I can continue to read and share with my grandchildren, great grands. because I want them to know that they can become and are destined to be women in history, not just to settle for the role of mom. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a mom, but to, you know, go for your dreams too. Now, as this red and pink bleeds into the resin, I think I'm going to love it because it's going to highlight the theme of Valentine's Day along with them being women. And women that are dainty, women that are courageous, women that are bold, and women that went after their dreams. Okay, now I'm going to add just a little more and top it off. And I do have resin left over, and I will use it in something else. Okay. I'm going to sit here and baby this for a few minutes. Make sure we've gotten all the bubbles. I'm going to spritz it with alcohol again. Yeah, I had to turn the nozzle because it did squirt out instead of just spray out. And I'm sure that had a big, that was a big factor in the alcohol not drying up as quickly into the resin. There's one larger bubble as I push the photo down. And I'm using a transparency film. And I copied the pictures out on my HP laser printer. I know the last time I did this, I had air bubbles, and prayerfully this time I won't have that issue. That's why I am manipulating the resin and the photos. It's real gloomy out today. We were supposed to have rain, but not as yet. So I haven't checked to see what's going on outside right now. But earlier it was so dark and gloomy, and it really doesn't seem to have cleared up any. Spritz again. Okay. Now I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes, and then I will put it in to my curing machine and let it cure for about an hour and a half. And hopefully by the time I check on it, it'll be cured. And we can go into the second phase. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll see you shortly. I'm back. I remember that we do have resin left over. So what I'd like to do is mix up some I'm trying to see just what we can do with this. I have ring mold, the ring cases. Sorry, I'm not facing the speaker at this time. For the rings, the little boxes, and what I'm wanting to do is just maybe a couple, two hearts and one of the circles. I have the little star confetti. That's for one. And I have some purple glitter, chunky. Now these I purchased at Dollar Tree. And I'm not going to go with the third one yet. I'll see how much resin we have left over. So I'll do one heart and one circle to start us off. I'll give them a little stir. And I'll spritz the molds with alcohol. And what I'll do is leave these on the my heat mat. That's enough of that one. Okay. Might have enough to do both of the molds, heart molds, I should say. Now, I don't have my glitter, my clear glue to put a little bit in because this is just so spare of the moment and I wanted to use this resin up. So it will sink. Now what I'm going to do is pour the rest of this in here. I'm sorry, I've got you so far out of the camera, out of camera view. What I've done is use this mold, use the little heart, star confetti, some of the chunky glitter, and I think what I will do also is sprinkle some of this hot pink glitter. It's a fine glitter. That's quite a little bit. But you didn't see that, so you won't know until I actually show you. Now I'm just going to use the rest of the, we'll just see how many we can get done with what's left. What I'm doing right now that is out of your view is just adding the rest of the glitter and resin that I had left over. And we're going to take this as far as we can go with it in the ring molds. I will spritz again, stir. I can feel it getting warm. Oh, that's pretty. With the purple, the pink, and the hot pink. Let's go with the heart. Let's go with another one of the round ones. That's so cute. I like that. Let's see if I've got a smaller mold. Something that I can just put this in. I have a mold that I used. I'll just demold the parts. They were just little gems that I'd made. And put it right here where you can see it. Hopefully it'll go back in there. Okay. That's going to be a little sloppy. And pour just a little bit more in that one to top it off. A little bit more in this one. I know I'm mixing, but just to be able to get all of it used up. And okay, so that's it. I will spritz my cup with alcohol so that I can clean it. I want to spritz. And clean up. And now, I'll be back when everything is cured. See you shortly. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Our pieces have been cured, and we're going to start the demold. I am excited to see how the pieces all turned out. And we're going to start with the extras first. This is some that I had left over. Oh, my goodness. This is still a little warm, and I'm going to leave that there. Now these, they feel cool enough. Now these are the heart ring holders. And the circle ring holders. Oh, they turned out really nice. My order from my Amazon, I ordered the fidget necklace holder, necklaces. Hold on one second, I need to step away. Okay, I'm back. The ring holders turned out beautifully. Look at that. I don't see not one little air bubble. Nice and smooth. The little hearts, star, they're holograph. They did sink to the bottom, but it's the top, so that looks pretty good. The same thing with the purple glitter. Really nice. What do you think? Well, I do see one teeny air bubble on the very edge, but I don't think that would really be noticed. This was the leftover with the stars, the glitter, and then the pink, hot pink glitter, all combined. That turned out really nice too. These are so cute. I like them. And last, the heart, same combination, hot pink, purple, and the pink holograph stars. You know, these will be some cute little extras. Now, let's go towards our piece de resistance, our Black History Month piece. I don't see any air bubbles. And then after that little fire fiasco, it better not be any because that should have cured every bubble in the mold. Let's take it out and see how it looks. Oh, that's nice. I like it. Look, can you see? And there's no air bubbles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, it is so cute. I really like it. What do you think? I know that there's a glare. Let me see if I can turn the light off and you can get a better look. There's Maya Angelou, Misty Copeland, and Miss Vernice Amour. Oh, that is so precious. And right off to the side, it has Black Women in History. This is precious. I love it. What do you think? Do you like how it turned out? I don't see any air bubbles at all. And the little pieces that are sticking up here in the back, the little hearts that have risen up, I don't think that's going to be a problem. This is so pretty. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, what I am going to do is I'm not very good with highlighting, but I'm going to try to go around the edge and hopefully I don't make any mistakes. Okay? I'm going to start with the circle ring holder first and see how this looks. Like I say, I'm not really good with this, but I'm going to do my best to just go around the edges, hit it a little bit, highlight it. I don't know if you can even see that, but that's what I'm doing here. I don't know if this pen has dried up or is trying to dry up on me. I don't use them that often because my hands aren't really steady and I don't want to damage the work that I do. Someone's attempting to call me and they'll just have to leave a message because I will not interrupt the flow. Oh, this is so cute. I do wish I had a thicker tip to be able to go around a little bit deeper. But I'm not going to complain because whatever we get, it's going to be a compliment to the piece. Yeah, just go around one more time. Now, I watched Miss Beverly do her Valentine Day, her heart mold, and they turned out so cute. I really liked them. And I loved how she decorated that heart with the little different colors that look like little sprinkles on there. Miss Beverly does some really awesome work. Okay, I think that's the best I can get without damaging it. I don't know if I want to. Actually, I don't. I want to leave this just as it is. And what I will do is finish them off, come back, and I'll let you see one last look before we end the video. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, everybody, here's the last look. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and even share. Thank you so much. See you next time.